almost 20 years, William Draper had been an active member of the Mormon Church. He had contributed to the Zion Fund, which had been established in 1840. Although William owned a successful business in Market Lavington, England, selling used machinery, in 1865 he decided to sell the business and move his family to America. They left Liverpool in the ship Bella Wood. Charles Dickens describes the route as thus.
The ship lands them in New York City. Then they go on by rail right away beyond St. Louis to that part of the banks of the Missouri where they struck the plains. There, wagons from the settlement meet them to bear 'em company on their journey across, 1,200 miles about. Industrious people who come out to the settlement soon get wagons of their own, and so the friends of some of these will come down in their own wagons to meet them. They look forward to that greatly.
The Drapers were assigned the ox team company of Captain Henry Chipman. After passing Parley's Canyon, they came into the valley of the Great Salt Lake on the 15th of September of 1866. After spending a little time in the Tiding Square at Salt Lake, they moved and farmed in Heber for a short time. Then William was informed that there was land available near Fort Harriman for settlement, and ground was plentiful, and canals needed to be built. Josiah and Joseph Draper spent much of their labor building canals, farming, and local church activity. Josiah and Joseph were William's sons from his first marriage of Sarah Ann Miles, who died in England in 1853. William would spend the rest of his life in Utah with his second wife, Jane Ann Bryant. William and Jane Bryant Draper were honest and hard workers. Although William was illiterate, Jane read scriptures to him constantly, where his good memory served him well, where he was ordained a patriarch for the East Jordan stake by Erastus Snow on January 8th of 1881. William and Jane died 1 month apart in 1898 and are buried in the South Jordan Cemetery. Josiah's wife's father, Charles Burgess, who had been married in a polygamous marriage for some time, was fined $300 and sentenced to 6 months in jail for a misdemeanor under the Edmunds Act when a son was born in 1887. Josiah built a home in Riverton, which still stands today off Redwood Road. Edith Draper, Josiah's daughter, recalls how it was living in the brick house on Redwood Road.
There was a cherry tree in the front of the house. Grandpa always parked his horse and buggy there, and we children played in his buggy. From the red brick house on the main road, there were no pavements or hard tops, but oh, the winters with the sleigh and the bells on the horses. Having older brothers, Henry, Andrew, and Reuben, there was lots of that. The highlight was to get to Salt Lake City to see Grandpa and Grandma Burgess. Their house was so pretty with all the trees and flowers. Father would show us the temple and tell us how he, his father, and Uncle Joe hauled big rocks around the point with their ox team.
He moved for a brief time to Canada, bringing the first steam tractor there, and also was called for a brief time to help settle southern Colorado, then back to Riverton where he was buried.